Good afternoon. My name is Jaron Fralick. I am currently a student at Cathedral High School, and my presentation is entitled Stress Reduction in Office Atmospheres. Stress is one of the most common factors that contribute to less productivity in an office atmosphere. Symptoms of stress, which range from high blood pressure to sleeping problems, can lead to an even less amount of productivity in the long run. Daily office objectives require a major amount of concentration and seriousness, which cannot be met with even a minimal amount of stress. Stress must be reduced or most likely removed from the premises of an office for efficiency to flow. Productivity is the paramount objective of the office world. Without it, businesses' profits would surely decrease because of the lack of effectiveness and punctuality. Although this is what top companies and businesses strive for, stress will slow down the process of productivity or even cease it to exist. Of course, there will always be negative consequences when stress arises. One of the most common consequences of stress would be turning to violence as an output for stress. These outputs come in some of the following ways. Verbal attacks, which can cause distress and will disrupt the peace between others and the office staff. Physical violence, which may lead to injury or death, for which charges may be pressed against the one who commits the act of violence. And threats, which also lead to unrest and insecurity in the office. The second most common consequence of stress is inattentiveness during work hours, leading to errors in paperwork. Of course, during work hours, errors can occur unintentionally, but stress contributes to the making of errors in paperwork, which in turn leads to less productivity. The third and last common consequence of stress concerning productivity would be the experience of anxiety, resulting in being worried and self-mental conflicts. These results of anxiety will most likely lead the office worker to think more about daily problems more than need be, and lead them into a mental disorder, which will keep them from working for long periods of time. Stress has many effects on the body, which are very harmful, dangerous, and sometimes permanent. The first set of effects, and the most deadly on the body, are the physical effects. Some of these effects come in some of the following ways. High blood pressure, which can lead to heart problems that will severely affect your health, such as a heart attack. Decreased immunity, which will increase the risk of obtaining all sorts of diseases, which can keep you out of the office, and headaches, which will lower an employee's concentration level. The second set of effects are the mental effects, which can develop in some of the following ways. Worrying, which isn't healthy or productive in any way. Depression, which can put a person's health and several people's lives at stake, including theirs. And anger, which can cause quarrels to arise amongst other co-workers. The third and final set of effects of stress are the behavioral effects. These effects can be shown in some of the following ways. Social withdrawal, which leads to blemishes in communication between the person and his or her co-workers. Crying spells, which can lead to the ruining of an employee's reputation, and overeating, which can lead to many health problems and obesity. Stress will always disrupt the flow of efficiency and productivity when in an office environment. It must be reduced or removed from an office. Although this is true, there are many ways to resolve the matter of stress. Stress management meetings could be set up in an office or another meeting place. Another way to reduce stress in an office would be allowing each person to work at their own pace and the promotion of office harmony. Finally, the best and most effective way to reduce stress is to promote cooperation between the manager and his or her employees. The manager is the greatest common stress factor in most office environments. However, not all managers are stress factors in an office, but according to many office workers, their manager is their most stressful factor in their workday. Managers must learn to give more patience to their employees in order for them to work with a positive attitude, which in the long run will help diligence and efficiency to flow. In addition to the managers making a sacrifice, the employees must devote their day to work and promise to be diligent for the promise of more patience on the manager's side. Stress will decrease productivity in the office, can cause physical, mental, and behavioral problems, and must be reduced or absolutely removed from the office atmosphere. Stress is unhealthy and will never allow work to be done, even if it is in the smallest quantities. Efficient work comes from cooperation and understanding, which are the life support of the office environment, if you would. Without them, the office would go through utter chaos. Cooperation between the office manager and his or her employees is very important because it allows a better communication process to take effect. Within this understanding and communication process, the manager and his or her employees will develop a strong relationship in which they will be comfortable working together and will in turn work diligently, efficiently, and effectively. Once this is accomplished, only then will office atmosphere equilibrium be reached. Stress for the most part is for the most part negative, but it doesn't have to be seen as so most of the time. Although it might seem difficult to change your point of view from seeing stress as negative to seeing it as positive, it really isn't if you think about it. Stress can be positive because it is an indicator that something negative is going on in your life. It is a siren that your body allows you to realize that you must change your habits of work so that you will not suffer greater consequences later on in life. Thank you for listening to my presentation. I hope you enjoyed it and will think of your health when stress is conquering your life. Look for the alternate ways to output the daily effects of stress, and don't let stress conquer you.